Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the best video game of all time. Happy birthday to Ocarina of Time. Yes, it is today, November 23rd of 2018. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? I hope all of y'all had a good Thanksgiving that lives in America. Yesterday I had a great time. It was, went to Mississippi and seen some of my family members that I haven't seen in over a year, and had a great time. And the reason why I'm filming in this room again is because my mom's watching TV in the living room. But I decided, since today is November 23rd of 2018, I have decided to celebrate The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time's birthday. It was 20 years ago today that The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was released on the Nintendo 64. It was released on November 23rd of 2018. The game was released on Nintendo 64 on November 23rd, 1998. I remember when the game, when I got the game back in Christmas of 98. I was 3 years old. Some people might be wondering, how can I remember, some people might be wondering, how can I remember a game in the N64 when I was 3 years old? Well, it's something that you don't forget. It was a special Christmas present. My mom got me a Nintendo 64 and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with Pokemon Stadium 1 on Christmas of 98. And, sadly, my N64 no longer worked. Well, it was acting up, and it basically no longer worked. So I wound up trying to sell it for parts or whatever. But anyway, I got it. Plan on getting another Nintendo 64 one day and do some reviews on some of the games I have not reviewed. So yeah, and so I got this on the Nintendo 3DS a few months back, or a couple months back, and I love this game like I did 20 years ago almost, and it's aged very well. My favorite Zelda game of all time, and even my favorite game of all time. Another thing I want to mention is that the votes have ended on Thanksgiving. But since I was out of town for Thanksgiving, I said I'm going to make a video tomorrow when it's Ocarina of Time's 20th anniversary. And the game that won was Dark Cavern on the Atari 2600. Fishing Derby, even though it won on Twitter votes, I had to include all the votes on the websites that people voted on. Fishing Derby won 2 votes on Twitter, and Dark Cavern didn't win none. But I'm going to be listening to people that voted for Fishing Derby first. Blastarulu on Vidley. Giovanni Naplatano, if I got your last name wrong, I apologize. Anyway, he voted on Vidley. Hubert Gunpowder on Metajolt voted for Fishing Derby. Cassie voted for Fishing Derby on Twitter. And some mysterious Twitter vote, I don't know who voted, but it was one person that voted on Twitter. Another one. My friend Mason voted for Dark Cavern. Shadowbones14 on YouTube voted for Dark Cavern. Homer81 voted for Dark Cavern on YouTube. And Darkless4X, my friend, voted for Dark Cavern. I am QQQQQQQ voted for it on Vidley. 8-Bit Ant voted for it on YouTube. Nova Quantum voted for it on Vidley. Lawborn voted for it on Vidley, and Proud Australian on Metajolt voted for Dark Cavern. So there was 9 votes to Dark Cavern, and there was 5 votes to Fishing Derby. So the winner is Dark Cavern. I will be reviewing it sometime I think I will review it sometime this coming week. And yes, guys, I'm going to talk about a little bit of memories I had with Zelda Ocarina of Time. It was my third Christmas, and when I first played the game, I fell in love with it, even though I didn't know what I was doing back then on it. It took me many, many years to beat the game after I got it. I think 15 years to be exact. I beat it in 2013. And I remember beating that game, and I felt so accomplished because for years I tried to beat it off and on for 15 years. And when I beat it, I was like, whew, it was a relief. And even to this day, some of the dungeons were easy, except for the water dungeon, the water temple I mean. That was the hardest thing in that game. But yeah, I love the characters in the game. I love the soundtrack of it. I love everything about The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It is the best Zelda game I've ever played, and it is my favorite Zelda game of all time. It is even my favorite game of all time. So yeah, guys, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe to my The Video Gamer 64 channel and my Mr. Arcade Retro Gamer 64 channel on YouTube, Vidly, Metajolt, and more to see more videos on here. And this is the Video Gamer 64 / Mr. Arcade Retro Gamer 64 signing off. And happy birthday and happy 20th anniversary to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.